Hey, tech enthusiasts, buckle up as we dive into today's whirlwind of tech stocks madness on the Tech Stocks Daily podcast. Today, folks, let's bring our focus to one of the titans of the tech world, Apple. Now, why has Apple found itself in the buzzing center of tech news today? Hold on to your hats because it's a mix of legal suits, market jitters, and strategic store openings, all wrapped up in that iconic Apple logo. First off, the U.S. Department of Justice decided to go big, slapping Apple with an antitrust lawsuit over its monumental iPhone product. The DOJ is throwing the book at Apple, claiming it monopolizes the smartphone market, leaving consumers, developers, and competing firms in the dust. With Apple wielding the power to banish apps from its App Store at will, the DOJ believes establishments and innovation are at risk. This lawsuit isn't just a storm in a teacup. It's triggered Apple's stock to tumble, down 4.1%, closing at $171.37. But wait, there's more stirring the pot. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway trimmed down its once massive investment in Apple, hinting at a cooling love affair with the tech giant's stock performance. And speaking of performance, it's no secret Apple's been trailing behind in hot areas like AI and electric cars, raising eyebrows everywhere about its innovation pace post-Steve Jobs. To add another layer to the story, Apple's dealings in China have been particularly interesting. Tim Cook, Apple's CEO, jetted off to Shanghai to open a new store, fighting for Apple's place in this crucial market. Despite the fanfare and Cook sampling the local cuisine, iPhone sales in China dropped by 24% in the first 6 weeks of the year. This sales plummet nudged Apple down to the 4th spot among China's smartphone vendors, as it loses ground to competitors like Vivo and Huawei. Amid these lucrative challenges, Apple's not shying away from its global powerhouse status, showing resilience in the face of regulatory scrutiny, sales decline in a key market, and stock market pressures. While the DOJ lawsuit and Buffett's souring sentiment cast long shadows, Apple's bid to strengthen its footprint in China underlines its aggressive push to maintain relevance and dominance, even as new battlefronts emerge. Is Apple at a crossroads, or is this just another bump on its road to tech supremacy? Only time will tell, but for now, Apple is certainly not picking a quiet day to stay in the news. Today's tech headlines have Google stirring the news pot once again, but this time with a touch of Apple-flavored seasoning. The buzz is all about Apple Inc., which hasn't yet decided whether Alphabet Inc.'s Google or Microsoft Corp-backed OpenAI will win the coveted spot to power the iPhone's AI features with their large language models. This indecision is causing quite the stir in the tech community, as both giants have robust AI capabilities that could significantly enhance the iPhone's intelligence. The plot thickens with Bloomberg reporting that the talks between Apple, Google, and OpenAI are expected to culminate in new AI features for the iPhone. However, don't hold your breath for any announcements until the summer. It was also revealed that Apple considered integrating Google's Gemini AI engine into the iPhone as part of iOS 18. Tim Cook, Apple's CEO, teases us with promises of groundbreaking AI developments this year, with iOS 18 being the stage for this innovation. But it's not all about cloud-based grandeur. Apple is reportedly focusing on more modest, on-device AI features that don't need you to be tethered to the web. This ambition for more potent, cloud-based AI functionalities, like generating images or essays from a single prompt, sees Apple seeking a partnership for the necessary large-scale tech infrastructure. This potential deal sprouts from previous reports of Apple and Google discussing licensing the Gemini AI model for future iPhones, enhancing the long-standing search partnership between the tech titans. The stakes are high, as a partnership could funnel substantial payments from Apple to Google, maximizing the reach of Google's AI across approximately 1.4 billion active Apple devices. Industry experts suggest this deal could be a game changer, amplifying Apple's AI capabilities and significantly shaping the AI landscape. So while the tech world eagerly watches, the ultimate question remains, will Google or OpenAI clinch the deal with Apple to bring next-level AI to iPhones? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the AI game is getting more intriguing by the minute. GitLab was in the spotlight for a couple of major reasons, folks. First off, GitLab stock saw its relative strength rating climb from 67 to a cool 76. This metric, a brainchild of Investors Business Daily, judges market leadership with scores ranging from 1 to 99, with GitLab showing strong progress compared to other stocks in its league. Despite a dip in stock prices following some Q4 disappointments earlier this February, the company's been on an upward trajectory, particularly rallying off its 200-day moving average. But wait, there's more. GitLab isn't just making moves in the stock market. It's also been beefing up its technical arsenal. The tech giant recently announced the acquisition of Oxeye, a leader in cloud-native application security and risk management solutions. This strategic move is aimed at beefing up GitLab's static application security testing capabilities, enhancing the accuracy with which developers and security professionals can identify and rectify application layer risks throughout the software development lifecycle. This acquisition demonstrates GitLab's commitment to addressing the burgeoning demand for its AI-powered DevSecOps solutions. The company's Ultimate tier witnessed significant growth in the fourth quarter of fiscal 2024, with 50% of annual recurring revenue attributed to this tier, demonstrating robust customer engagement in security and compliance applications. To summarize, GitLab's in the news for showing substantial resilience and strength in the stock market, alongside making a strategic acquisition to bolster its security capabilities, further cementing its position as a leader in the DevSecOps space. Between its promising rebound in stock performance and strategic enhancements to its technology stack, GitLab is certainly a company worth keeping an eye on. Microsoft finds itself in the headlines today for a couple of key developments that have caught the attention of tech enthusiasts around the globe. First off, Microsoft is ramping up its game in the AI space. They announced the snatching up of an AI pioneer, Mustafa Suleyman, co-founder of DeepMind, to spearhead its consumer-oriented Copilot business. This move is part of Microsoft's concerted push into AI, marking the second year of a strategic pivot towards this transformative technology. Suleyman, alongside renowned AI researcher Karen Simonian, will lead a new segment coined Microsoft AI. Their mission? To turbocharge Microsoft's AI endeavors. This is a significant boom for Microsoft, which is eagerly expanding its AI capacities, bolstering its technology with OpenAI's artificial intelligence prowess. Adding to the intrigue, Microsoft recently hauled in talents from Inflection.ai, creating a potent mix of minds set to challenge the likes of OpenAI themselves. In another scoop bound to stir some discussion, Microsoft came under scrutiny from US senators for its operations in China, particularly the censoring antics of its Bing search engine. An investigative piece by Bloomberg Businessweek lifted the lid on how Bing has been filtering content on human rights, democracy, climate change, among others, in alignment with Beijing's stringent policies. Senator Marco Rubio led the charge, accentuating that no US firm should be in the business of defending such censorship dictated by the Chinese government. This has ignited a spark with calls from other senators urging Microsoft to rethink its presence and operations within the Chinese borders. To cap it off, at a digital event heralding a new era of work, Microsoft made waves with the debut of its first AI PCs. The Surface Pro 10 and Surface Laptop 6 for Business were unveiled, touting significant upgrades including better performance, battery life, and notably, a dedicated Copilot button. This button serves as a quick access feature to Copilot, Microsoft's AI assistant, marking a milestone in integrating AI seamlessly into the workflow of professionals. All these developments underscore Microsoft's feat in not just keeping pace, but setting the tempo in the tech race, especially within the AI dominion, even as it navigates choppy waters of international relations and ethics in technology. In today's tech news, Snowflake Inc. is in the limelight, but maybe not for the reasons they'd prefer. The company finds itself at the heart of a securities class action lawsuit filed by Levi and Korsinski LLP. The legal case alleges that Snowflake and certain defendants made false statements and failed to disclose important information that led investors to suffer losses. The period in question spans from September 16, 2020 to March 2, 2022, and the lawsuit accuses Snowflake of overselling capacity to customers, offering unsustainable discounts prior to their IPO, and having customers poised to not renew their contracts, which inflated the company's revenue and obligations artificially. Investors who felt the pinch during this period have until April 29, 2024, to join the lawsuit in hopes of recovering some losses. Now, here's where things get interesting, and I want to hear your thoughts. Were you or someone you know affected by these allegations against Snowflake? How do you see this impacting the perception of Snowflake and the broader tech market? Jump down to the comments and let's discuss. Your insights are what make this conversation rich and informative, so don't hold back. Today's market sentiment reflects a mixed bag of significant developments, challenges, and strategic moves. Starting with Apple, we've seen a tumble in their stock by 4.1%, largely driven by a lawsuit from the US Department of Justice over allegations of monopolizing the smartphone market. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway has also reduced its stake in Apple, further influencing its stock performance negatively. Additionally, iPhone sales in China have declined by 24% in the first 6 weeks of the year, indicating a significant market challenge for the tech giant. Despite these difficulties, Apple is making efforts to strengthen its global presence, as evidenced by CEO Tim Cook's trip to Shanghai for a new store opening. Google is embroiled in a high-stakes decision-making process with Apple, as it competes with Microsoft-backed OpenAI to power the iPhone's AI features. The outcome of this decision could significantly affect Google's AI ambitions and its financial relationship with Apple. Google's prior investments in AI and its potential partnership for Apple's iOS 18 indicate an aggressive push to dominate in AI technology. GitLab demonstrated market resilience with an improvement in its relative strength rating and announced the acquisition of Oxeye to bolster its static application security testing capabilities. This move reflects GitLab's commitment to enhancing its DevSecOps solutions and addressing the increasing demand for security in software development. Microsoft has made headlines with its foray into AI, hiring AI pioneer Mustafa Suleyman to lead its new consumer-oriented Copilot business. This acquisition hints at Microsoft's ambitious plans to expand its AI capabilities further. Additionally, Microsoft faces scrutiny over Bing's censorship practices in China, raising ethical concerns about its operations. The company also unveiled the first AI PCs with the Surface Pro 10 and Surface Laptop 6 for business, integrating AI into professional workflows. Lastly, Snowflake Inc. finds itself embroiled in a securities class action lawsuit over allegations of making false statements and failing to disclose critical information, leading to investor losses. This legal challenge could potentially impact Snowflake's reputation and financial health moving forward. In summary, today's market sentiment among NASDAQ-traded tech companies is heavily influenced by strategic efforts to innovate and expand, legal and ethical challenges, as well as notable partnerships and acquisitions, poised to shape the future landscape of technology. Given the news today, let's focus on Apple as our stock of interest. Given the combination of challenges including a lawsuit from the U.S. Department of Justice, Berkshire Hathaway reducing its stake, and declining iPhone sales in China, one might lean towards selling the stock. However, it's essential to consider a few key points before making such a decision. Firstly, Apple is a resilient company with a history of weathering storms. The lawsuit and Berkshire Hathaway's actions do bring negative press and potentially impact the stock price in the short term, but Apple's track record suggests it can navigate through such challenges. Additionally, the decline in iPhone sales in China is concerning but also needs to be contextualized within global sales and the company's broader market strategy. Secondly, the CEO's trip to Shanghai for a new store opening signals ongoing efforts to engage with and expand in the Chinese market, which could mitigate longer-term sales concerns. Therefore, given the circumstances outlined today, my suggestion would be to hold the stock. Apple's fundamentals remain strong, and while the stock may face short-term volatility, the company's long-term growth prospects seem intact. This is not to dismiss the present hurdles. Instead, it acknowledges Apple's capacity for innovation and market adaptation. That being said, remember to do your own research. Happy investing. In conclusion, today's market activity presents a fascinating snapshot of the evolving tech landscape, marked by a series of legal challenges, strategic initiatives, and market pressures facing some of the biggest names in the industry. From Apple's legal woes and strategic moves in China to Google's AI endeavors, Microsoft's AI expansion, GitLab's acquisition for enhanced security solutions, and Snowflake's legal battle, the day has been chock full of developments that could shape the future of technology and its market dynamics. This kaleidoscope of news underscores the volatile yet dynamic nature of tech stocks, offering both challenges and opportunities for investors. As we navigate through these unfolding stories, it's crucial to stay informed and look beyond the headlines to understand the broader implications of these events on the market and individual portfolios. If you found today's summary insightful, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more daily updates, and share this video with others who might find it helpful. Your support helps us keep the content coming and the tech community informed. Be sure to return tomorrow for another roundup of the top tech news. Until then, stay savvy and keep exploring the tech landscape.